fireplace right here. So I'm going to remove these doors and remove all this, and we're going to have to do a little bit of modifications on here. Trying to take apart as much of this as I can without damaging anything. Some of it's stapled in, so it's going to have to be very carefully removed. The removal of it, and it's got a million staples in it. So I'm going to try to take it out as carefully as we can, because I'd like to keep this paneling in case I've ever got a repair to make. But there's good pieces in here that I can take. Doors over here. Make some cabinets out of it. I want to protect this from scratching when I run my saw over it. So I do recommend you use either masking tape, like a green, like a painter's green or blue. But I do have some duct tape. And I'm just going to put that on there for just a couple of seconds. That should protect my face frame from getting scratched up. That's all I was looking to do. Yep. Okay. Do the same on this side. Remove this bar back here, because this fireplace is going to slide right into here. Now I think the width we're going to be good on, but the fireplace is not this full opening, so we're going to have to do something across the bottom or top. I like to pull some of these staples off, or cut them off, so they're just not, even though they're not going to be exposed anymore. I don't, you know, in the future, if I'm back in here, or the next owner or service technician, you know, they're not putting their hand back here and cutting themselves. But you guys know what I got. I got a Furrion Fireplace. Full glass front, electric. It's just a 120. Nothing fancy about it. It does have the plug in case, you know, somebody would be installing this in a slide out. Then they recommend that that disconnect gets put in there. Take a picture of the back of this just for records. Anything on the back or side I like to record. I'm gonna have to do drill a hole for the electrical cord. I'd really like to just drop another electrical box in. Not sure that's even really necessary though. This is all behind the TV. I like it low because, you know, obviously I'd like to have the heat come out low. If I put it up, the heat's gonna be blowing out another foot higher. So I do like the idea of having the heat come lower, and then I could have some storage underneath. But I mean, I could put another shelf in here. I could maybe rework those doors that I have and do something here, whether it's a lift up or fold down, or just put a shelf in for now. I can do that too. It's kind of disappointing that I have these holes from the old cabinet doors. But I might be able to trim this out when I'm done. I mean, this is particle board or pressed wood with basically a paper wrap, so it's not like I can fill it, sand it down. I might be able to fill it and then use some type of stain markers. All right. I went and dug around in the garage and got some scrap stuff out of the shop. Now we gotta get this mounted. I've taken the glass off the front. First we gotta do is get this level down on the bottom. Piece of ply, which is perfect. Okay, so now we're sitting level. Alright, so now what I'm looking to do is fasten this to the sides. It screws back, but I'm gonna have to kind of make something for it. Come up with here. So what I'm gonna do is I want to cut 4 pieces this big. The only thing I don't like about it is how do I fasten this? You know, I don't want to screw through the front. I mean, if I go right on the edge, then when I trim it out, I would cover the screws. But the other thing I want to do is, I'd like to get a couple screws in back here as well. Drop our block behind. And now this is what I'm using for my countersink. That is a pocket hole screw, so that's they bite really good. Now I'm not mounting the fireplace yet. I'm mounting the blocks that I'm going to use to mount the fireplace. And just in case you're curious, this is a 0 clearance fireplace, so it can be right up against combustible items. Furnace turned on in here. First time in about an hour. Must be getting cold outside. The diesel heaters are really making a difference. I've got, you know, a lot of room back in here. And it's 0 clearance anyway. It can technically be right up against that. And then I've got, this is blocked to the mounting, and it's in there. So I've got this screwed, and then I've got this is screwed to that block, and then that fireplace actually mounts here. So that's all I'd ever have to remove. Which I was going to order another outlet and drop an outlet down here, but I just decided I think I'm just going to go ahead and run this for now. I've got so many projects going on that would be something I could come back to later. Again, another thing that's hard to find. I'd have to either special order it or find, like, you know, some 1/4-inch ply and stain it, or yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one too. So now we'll see what we can come up with. See how we can fix this up. I can't cut it because then I'll be too short. So I'm gonna have to just, I might actually use this. Nobody's even gonna know it's behind the thing. And when I seam this one with the other piece that broke off of there, you know, cover it and then clean it all up. Maybe use some old English or something and just, you know, the problem is this is like a paper. It's not really a stain. Yep. So normally staple through plywood. Roberts. This is pretty nice. Had this a while when I redid the other camper. Fireplace, I'll call good. Might have a little bit of touch up with a stain marker and stuff, but for the most part, I think we're good.